Angels are telling you to pay attention to this before it's too late because someone isn't speaking to you. Don't skip, my dear youngster. Continue to the very end. There is something enormous in store for you. This is not your typical message. It's a revelation that bears the burden of truth, regret, and silence. Tonight, the angels are whispering something about the person who stopped communicating with you, not out of hatred, but out of fear. You've been wondering why their presence became icy, why their voice receded, and why every text seemed to have vanished into thin air. But you don't realize how deep the reality is, my child. They didn't leave because they had lost interest. They were unable to confront their true feelings, so they left. Avoid skipping. It starts to take shape at this point. Their silence is not punishment, according to heaven. It's defense. Their thoughts continue to return to your name every night as they struggle with uncontrollable emotions. They encounter reminders, dreams, and signs that won't go away. Their hearts are at odds. They want to reach out, but every time they do, something inside of them freezes. Angels are telling you that the two of you are not yet at the end of your destiny, but if you disregard this message, the moment may be lost forever. Continue to the very end. There is something enormous in store for you. The angels have been silently observing both hearts while they wait for the right moment to mend the distance that attempted to separate them. My darling, this is not over. Not quite yet. According to Archangel Michael, there is a spiritual connection between you and this individual that cannot be broken by silence. The energy between you travels over space and time even when you feel abandoned. Sudden chills, unforeseen dreams, and those times when their name emerges out of the blue are all signs of it. Avoid skipping. Pay close attention. Long before you ever met, this relationship was written. According to the angels, the purpose of this stillness was to teach patience rather than to conclude the narrative. Before the reunion could take place, one of you had to become stronger. They conceal their dread under a facade of pride. They mentally relive the previous exchange, wishing they could take back every biting remark and icy farewell. And heaven is telling us that they still read your messages, look at your photos, and pause when your favorite song comes on. The angels say it's simply halted, even though you might think it's finished. Right now, the cosmos is rearranging things so that truth will come to light in ways that words could never. Avoid skipping. Continue to the very end. There is something enormous in store for you. In their dreams, your name has been whispered by their guardian angel. They wake up with an inexplicable tug and an odd ache in their chest. They believe that by ignoring you, it would go away, but it's only becoming stronger. Your mutual silence is going to end. A message, a sign, or a sudden encounter will appear before this month ends. It will feel unreal at first, but trust the timing. Heaven is setting the stage for a long overdue confession, the angels say. Don't skip, my dear child. Something great is waiting for you. This silence is not the end. They didn't stop caring, but they're afraid of how much they still care, which is why they're distant. The depth of their feelings is overwhelming. Every time they see your name online, their heart trembles, but they stop themselves from reaching out, fearing rejection or judgment. The angels are saying, your energy still lingers around them like a fragrance they can't wash away. This is the beginning of a divine insight that will mend all you believed was damaged. Nothing makes up for it, no matter how hard they attempt to go on, date, or seem as though they've forgotten. The cosmos never stops returning to your path. They've made an effort to divert themselves by making new friends and engaging in different activities, but eventually everything brings you back to mind. They see your birthdate in odd locations, your initials on license plates, and your voice at unexpected times. It's not a coincidence. God is interfering. Their higher self is begging for one more chance, even if their human self remains silent. Deep down, they know they owe you an apology, a confession, a truth long buried under ego. Don't skip. Stay till the end. The moment you're about to enter is sacred. A window of destiny is opening, and what's meant for you will finally make its way back, says Archangel Michael. The angels say, don't chase, don't force, don't beg. Just listen and prepare. The person who went silent will soon realize that silence speaks louder than words, and the emptiness they created will reverberate back as realization. Stay until the very end. Heaven wants you to know that your heart has passed the test and that your patience is being noticed. You didn't chase. Instead, you gave up, and that's what caused the divine to move. Something enormous is waiting for you. The person who left will return, not out of guilt, but because the universe is drawing them back toward unfulfilled destiny. They will see you in unexpected places, and it will shake their soul awake. Their silence will break with shaking words, I never stopped caring. Don't skip. Angels are telling you that forgiveness is the key. You don't have to accept them right away, but let your heart let go of the burden. Their silence was never about your value, rather, it was about their weakness. They had to lose you in order to see your light, and they had to feel emptiness in order to appreciate what they had previously disregarded. However, heaven is saying, it's not too late for a new beginning. Archangel Michael warns, get emotionally ready. The moment of truth is closer than you think. You'll get a sign, an unexpected message, a dream, or a mental whisper of their name. It will have an odd yet serene feeling. That's a clue that the reunion is being planned. Continue to the very end. Their soul is restless as the angels tell them, your love story isn't finished. It's just being rewritten by divine hands. They look through your recollections, wondering if you still give them any thought. They want to reach out, but they are paralyzed by the fear of your silence. The irony is that you both keep quiet for the same reason. Avoid skipping. The angels are disclosing that the purpose of this quiet was to allow their hearts to mend independently before they could reunite. Before fate could bring you back together, you both needed to rediscover who you were. My dear child, something enormous is in store for you. As you hear this, the energy shift is taking place. Divine alignment is emerging from the agony that once broke you. Heaven is saying, your patience has not gone unseen. Every tear, every night of wondering why, has been recorded in the divine book of timing. What feels delayed is actually protected. Archangel Michael says, prepare your spirit. Soon, when you least expect it, the person who went silent will whisper, I'm still here. Your heart will eventually comprehend the reason behind this quiet. The story that once wounded you will soon heal you. When destiny speaks again, even silence will sound like music. My dear child, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment you stopped reaching out, the energy started to shift. You're about to receive clarity, closure, and possibly a new beginning. The angels are saying, silence isn't always rejection, but what you believe to be the end of contact was actually the beginning of heavenly movement. Sometimes it's preparation. The person who left isn't gone forever, they're battling an internal conflict that they can't articulate to others. Their pride prevents them from speaking, but their heart is calling your name. They attempt to persuade themselves that they have moved on, but each time they close their eyes, your energy floods in like light through a cracked door. Heaven has been sending them messages, such as feathers, repeated numbers, songs that echo your story, and signs, but they pretend not to notice. Don't skip. Time is running out. The angels are preparing your spirit to receive what your heart has been missing. They miss you more than you can ever know, but their silence is their punishment. Every day they relive memories, wondering how things went from laughter to distance. There's a moment coming soon, an encounter, a text, or a dream that will change everything you thought was over. The angels are whispering, go back. They are being reminded of your kindness in sporadic flashes, such as a smile in a crowd, a scent in the air, or a phrase that echoes what you once said. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They are haunted by the words they never said and the love they didn't protect. Archangel Michael says, their soul is restless because they chose ego over emotion. The silence will soon break like a thunderclap after a long storm, and what comes next will shock you both. The heavens have been quietly watching you from a distance, and when they finally reach out, even they won't understand how it happened. They'll call it coincidence, but you'll know it's divine intervention. The angels claim it's because they fear being perceived as weak, but their hearts are screaming your name louder every night. Don't skip. Stay till the very end. They look at your updates, images, and energy. They want to say something, but every time they attempt, the words die in their throat. You may experience unexpected emotional outbursts because they are thinking of you and their energy is calling to you from the other side of silence. Heaven says, this bond is not finished. They attempted to bury it, but roots of love grow even under distance. The energy between you is magnetic, eternal, and is drawing them closer once more. The universe is crafting a reunion that will rewrite what once felt lost, and when they see you in a place they didn't anticipate, they will know that the angels never stopped writing your story. Their friends may appear fine, but deep down, they are broken. The angels are telling them that their souls feel incomplete without you. They've been having dreams about you, according to Archangel Michael, and in those dreams, you're not angry. Instead, you're calm, radiant, almost glowing. They wake up crying, unable to articulate what they felt, and that's heaven reminding them that love this deep doesn't fade. Don't skip. Stay till the end. You were their peace in chaos, and now silence feels heavier than noise. This is how destiny feels when it circles back. Heaven has been shielding you from an early reunion. The person who departed will soon send you a message that will change everything. It may be brief, perhaps only a few words, but the energy behind it will carry the truth they've been hiding. And when you read it, your heart will know. Archangel Michael says, the angels are guiding them toward a path of courage. They will be put to the test and forced to confront what they fled, their feelings for you. The silence was divine protection, because if they returned too soon, they would bring the same wounds and confusion. However, now that they have started to awaken, they see where they went wrong. The next chapter isn't about chasing, it's about effortlessly attracting what's meant for you. Every step they take now is bringing them closer to realization. Don't skip, stay until the very end. You're not alone in your waiting, the angels are with you, healing your heart in secret ways, preparing it to receive what you deserve. The angels are saying, your silence changed them more than your words ever could. They never expected you to stop caring, to stop, clears throat, reaching out, and that's when they started to realize your absence was louder than your presence. Stay till the end. When this person eventually returns, it won't feel like the old days. Instead, it will feel like destiny fulfilled. The person who disregarded your love will now yearn for the tranquility they once took for granted. Don't miss it. Heaven is telling you that a divine flip is about to occur, with tables turning and energies balancing. What you lost in tears, you'll gain in blessings. Karma is about to unfold, not as retaliation but as awakening. When it happens, keep in mind that you didn't lose them, rather, they lost you until they realized how to value you. Their guardian has been pleading on their behalf, whispering your name into their heart, and your energy keeps resurfacing even when they try to focus on something else. That's how heaven works. What they took lightly will now become their most treasured wish. True bonds are transformed rather than allowed to dissolve. Archangel Michael says, soon they'll be guided to cross your path again. This could happen through a call, a random message, or even a chance encounter that seems staged. You have the power to respond calmly instead of angrily. Stay until the very end. Something enormous is waiting for you. The person who stopped talking to you is being spiritually shaken awake. They feel restless at night and uneasy during the day, and they don't know why. This reconnection won't be an accident, it's the result of divine timing perfectly unfolding after a long period of silence. The angels are saying you will soon understand why everything had to happen exactly this way. Don't skip. That's because your soul is calling out through energy rather than words. The angels have started to soften their hearts, realizing that silence doesn't heal, it just hides pain, and that pain is now pushing them back toward the truth. Stay till the end. Heaven is signaling that a potent emotional exchange is about to take place. When the wall between you is eventually broken, by a confession, a meeting, or a sincere message, you'll feel the air shift because angels will be there, and you're not crazy for still sensing their energy, you're connected on a higher plane. The angels are affirming that this individual was intended to reflect your heart's ability for forgiveness while also teaching you self-love, strength, and limits. Take a deep breath the next time you hear their name, advises Archangel Michael. It's not a coincidence. Your frequency is being synchronized by the universe. There's going to be a divine alignment. Avoid skipping. Continue to the very end. There is something enormous in store for you. This formerly intolerable quiet will soon give way to serenity, resolution, and a glorious reunion. Because there can be no quiet when heaven determines the appropriate time. Don't skip, my dear youngster. Continue to the very end. There is something enormous in store for you. The atmosphere around you is changing. Do you sense it? The energy of quiet is ready to break, the angels whisper. The individual who hasn't talked to you in what seems like an eternity is being pulled back by an unstoppable force. Like a tide to the moon, their soul is drawn to yours. Every effort to divert their attention has been unsuccessful. They fake, laugh, and scroll, but something between you is still unresolved, which hurts them deep down. The universe is preparing a divine sequence when Archangel Michael advises, "Be still and observe." Random events will eventually make perfect connections. One of these things, a message, a name, a dream, or a song, will bring them back. Avoid skipping. Continue to the very end. You don't realize how near you are to a breakthrough. Heaven is telling you that you were never supposed to be destroyed by this quiet. It was intended to arouse both emotions. A sign is going to be given to you. According to the angels, it may be as easy as seeing their name appear out of the blue or hearing their favorite song while thinking about them. Don't disregard it when that occurs. They have attempted to flee, but every path goes back to you. It's heaven saying, prepare. They sense your absence as if their lungs were without oxygen. And each time they attempt to fill that void, it collapses once again into emptiness. Avoid skipping. There is something enormous in store for you. It's now dawned on the silent person that you weren't just another chapter. They attempted to avoid the whole thing because of you. Their realization will come abruptly, like a flood of emotion they can't contain, says Archangel Michael. The angels are saying, you will sense this shift before it happens, or they will reach out or you will meet in the most unexpected way. One morning, you may wake up feeling oddly at ease, almost serene.